Okay, welcome back, everybody. So we're going to, hopefully that was enjoyable for most. We're going to do another breakout room towards the end. And we're going to jump into our member spotlight, where now we have this whole world of let's hope to stay, right? This outdoor dining and what that really means from a practical standpoint. Sorry, Joel, I'm not even sure if you're going to talk about that, but we have Joel Grassi, who is from BHP Pest Control. And Joel, maybe introduce yourself and take it away.
Thanks so much, Derek. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to keep this as concise as I can. And I do have some screen sharing in a second that I want to start on. And my wife cut down the director's cut to a more G-rated cut. So you can all thank her that no one will be traumatized as I share my screen this morning. But so hopefully, can you all see that? I'm just using the keynote thing here. All right, so thank you, everybody. My name is Joel Grassi. I am in, wait a minute, let me do it this way. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. I'm in the pest control seat here at NYCHG. And yeah, a lot as it relates to hospitality and keeping our customers pest-free and satisfied. I'm gonna keep my timer going here. I just thought I would play this message from a longtime client of mine who has just recently passed on. I thought this might be interesting to hear.
Hi, Joe. Jessica and Ron here. Hope you and Brooke are doing well. Happy Hanukkah, if it applies. We have mice. We had a little one, a teeny one, about maybe 2 weeks ago, and I ignored them. Then today we found two fairly larger ones on the sticky. So they're coming in from somewhere. I don't know what the stuff in the wall, if it worked. Anyway, we need you. Is it possible that you can come here?
Okay, so great clients, great people. And I think you hear in her message there, the late, great Jessica Walter, that it's a quality of life issue, pest control. It's all about problem solving. That's why I like being involved in pest control. It's about understanding our cosmos, our role in this world that we live in, being good custodians of this world, and then having a perspective on these irritations that we call pests. And maybe this spotlight is an irritation for you today, but maybe it can also change your perspective on things. So I'm just kind of giving a little bit of the background, because this is what I love about these member spotlights that Derek has created, is getting to know the members as people. So I figured I'd start all the way back with my dad growing up in the Bronx. There he is on the right with his uncle, 3 blocks from where I live now. I grew up in Westchester County as a skateboarder. And how did I find my way into pest control? Well, actually, I found my way into pest control through, they say pest control finds you. And a lot of you have heard this story through the ups and downs of life. I actually lost my wife back in 2009 and lost my career, lost my housing, and decided to move back to the Bronx to kind of just give back to this community where my dad grew up. And so I took a bunch of odd jobs like Dunkin' Donuts, with Charlie Sheen coming in one night and tipping me $1. I'll never forget that. And eventually said, I think I look like an exterminator. Maybe I can become an exterminator someday. And so I found my way to BHB Pest Elimination, which I absolutely love. We're a family-owned company. As I say, we've been on the same block since 1969. We focus on hospitality. I started out as a technician and worked my way up to a partner, and gave myself a title and a business card my wife made for me. And we basically serve New York City's restaurants. We love restaurants. We love hotels, hospitality venues. We love to get restaurants pest-free, keep them pest-free. It's a challenge. A lot of exterminating companies do not like restaurants, but we enjoy working with them all the way down to Philly, here in the New York City area. And I just love this picture, because which one of those signs on the wall do you think makes a bigger impression on someone walking by? That this is a Michelin star restaurant, or that they have a B from the Department of Health? So your pest control is absolutely essential to your success in New York City. On a personal note, people always find it interesting that I am this bivocational pastor exterminator person. If you don't know me, that's what I do. I have two jobs, and there's been a lot of news stories on me. And I like this one. This is about 60 seconds. It was done by a student at Columbia School of Journalism. If it plays.
No, you'd be amazed at how much the Bible talks about pestilence and how these creatures that we view as a nuisance kind of have a purpose in life. My name is Joel Grassi, and I am the pastor of the Commonwealth Community Baptist Church and also a partner at BHB Pest Elimination. Exterminating just was the perfect fit because it was, besides the fact that it was flexible and allowed me to be a minister here at this church, it came with two things that I really kind of have as like a life purpose, which is helping people in basic human quality of life type things, and then problem solving. A bivocational ministry that goes back to the days of the Lord Jesus. He was a carpenter. Paul was a tent maker. Probably in the New Testament, I think every pastor, preacher, church minister was bivocational. I tell them, assess, address, and express the problem to me. And we can beat any problem.
So that's a little bit about my what keeps me busy during the week or during the weekend. Other things happening right now. Fred Waitskin, who wrote Searching for Bobby Fischer, he heard my band jamming next door to his office, and he came in, told us to shut up, got to know me, started reading this little cartoon that I did, and he put it all in his new book, which has just come out this month. So if you want to read more about kind of where I'm at, I'm a couple characters in that book called Strange Love. And this year, my doctoral dissertation is being published, and I'm hoping to complete my certification in entomology. So trying to stay busy, trying to stay cutting edge. And yes, we had an exterminating band. We used to play in the men's room. You're going to get 5 seconds of this. 5 seconds too much. Leaving one day after work, I stopped into a restaurant and I met my future wife. I can't believe it. She was sitting right there. I said, "Do you want to have dinner with an exterminator?" That was my line. And I can't believe it. And she absolutely changed my life. And in this picture, I'm going for the Derek Sherman hair style, but I'm not sure I pull it off. And Brooke, we were married. She actually left her career in Manhattan. She was print production manager at Interior Design Magazine, and she left her home and left her career to come up and help me full-time here in our community outreach here in the Bronx. We do a food resource. What's interesting about this picture is all of those trays of food come our way by means of the New York City Hospitality Group. And you say, what do you mean? Well, Derek Sherman introduced me to Hannah D. over at Transfer Nation, which is a food rescue. And so on Fridays, we would drive down to the World Trade Center and pick up 20, 30, 40 trays of wonderful, wonderful, beautiful food, and then just bring it up here and distribute it in the Bronx. And taking everybody up to Playland and putting on concerts. So there's free concerts in the community, and the whole, marching against gun violence with SUV, which is a great organization out of Jacoby, and our clothing and book centers that we kind of provide for our community there. And Jimmy Page built our website, and I can't say enough good things about his team. I would just kind of maybe close by pointing out that you may have heard of Not 62, which is every year the Bronx has a goal to stop being number 62 on the list of 62 New York counties as it relates to quality of life and health. And every year we are 62. And Manhattan is always near the top. Westchester County is always near the top, but the Bronx is always number 62. And so there's a lot of opportunity for just giving back to the community in the Bronx. And the big picture really is from a quote, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall he give in exchange for his soul?" And just thinking about how the word profit and exchange are, financial terms. and that's contrasted with your soul. And, that's the question to answer. My last 60 seconds, predictions for pest control in a post-COVID world. My guess would be utilization. 3 examples I would give. The mouse, the rodent, has a super sense of smell, and they're actually using rats in Africa to find landmines. And so I wonder if we could see rodents somehow being trained to detect stress and weapons and be utilized in that kind of a way, because their sense of smell is amazing. Entomophagy is a word you're going to hear more of. If you can accept the Impossible Burger, maybe you can accept a cricket burger, as insects are an excellent source of protein with way smaller of a carbon footprint. And you say, am I already eating bugs in my ketchup and chocolate? Well, I'll let you do a Google search and find out if you are. And then lastly, cockroaches to reduce landfill. This is something that's happening in Asia. There are farms that have over 1 billion cockroaches that are eating the garbage down to reduce landfill. And this sign says 10 years in prison if you disturb the cockroaches. So they're busy at work. I find that interesting. If you need me, call me. I will kill for you. If you want to talk to my wife, who is a normal human being, you can always call her too. But thank you, NYCHG. I appreciate you all so much. It's great to be part of you. And Derek, back to you.